When she asked me to back up her phone, she didn't look at me. She said her storage was full and the photos people sent her wouldn't open. I said okay. Emily had been asking me to do backups a lot these past 6 months. She said I was a programmer. This kind of thing was easiest for me. She always deleted her chat histories right in front of me, smiling as she said she had no secrets. I smiled too. We'd been married 5 years. I had never doubted her. That night her phone was plugged into my computer. The progress bar crept forward. I got up to pour some water. When I came back, a preview thumbnail had popped up on the screen. The image was small and blurry, but clear enough to tell it wasn't a work file. In the photo was a hand, wearing the wedding ring she'd said she lost last year, resting on white hotel sheets. The progress bar kept moving. My blood roared in my ears. I didn't touch the phone. Just as the backup finished, Emily came out of the shower. She was wrapped in a towel, hair wet, and kissed my cheek. Thanks, Jack. She picked up her phone and casually emptied the recently deleted album. The motion was so practiced it looked like part of her daily routine. I sat in the dark study and opened the backup folder. The system had automatically synced cached versions of deleted files, thumbnails, a few leftover seconds from voice memos, timestamps buried in app logs. They were scattered everywhere, like torn scraps of paper, but I could piece them together. Emily had always been careful. She used apps with disappearing messages. She told her lover, Kevin, to check don't save on anything he sent. Every Tuesday and Thursday night she went to the gym. Never late, never home early. She even taught Kevin how to answer her calls in front of his wife. Be natural. Sound like you're talking about work. She thought pressing delete made the world clean. She forgot about the cloud. She forgot that every time she asked me to back up her phone, those invisible temporary files she couldn't see were quietly copied to my hard drive. She forgot this is how I make a living. I started organizing, not out of anger, more like debugging. Calm and methodical, I created an encrypted folder, sorted everything by date. January 12th, 2023, a cached screenshot of a hotel booking confirmation email, recovered from her emptied trash. February 3rd, a 3-second voice clip of her laughing, saying, Tuesday, our usual place. March 18th, location metadata from a photo she'd sent Kevin and burned, showing a motel on the west side of town. A timeline emerged on its own, careful, long-term, nothing accidental. Emily's life continued to run perfectly on the surface. Tuesday she'd put on her workout clothes, mint toothpaste on her goodbye kiss. Thursday she'd complain her trainer kept pushing extra reps. She was steady and gentle with me, the way you treat a familiar piece of furniture. She'd lie on the couch watching shows, her feet resting on my legs. Sometimes I'd look at her and she'd glance up and smile, eyes clear. She truly believed she was brilliantly clever. I completed the chain of evidence with one last piece, not some dramatic scene of catching them in bed, but a 6-month comparison chart of schedules. Her gym invoices lined up with hotel charges on Kevin's credit card at the same times. Cell tower location data from her phone perfectly covered those motels. A dry, undeniable movement report. I chose Saturday morning for the confrontation. The sunlight was beautiful. She was spreading jam on toast. We should get a divorce, I said. The spoon hit the plate with a sharp clink. She laughed, like I'd told a bad joke. What? I slid the printed timeline across the table. The first page was that thumbnail, enlarged and crystal clear, her ring, his hand. The hotel sheets from the chain she once complained was too scratchy. Her face drained of color. This is fake, she said, voice rising. You made this. The cloud sync logs show this image was created from your phone at 11:07 p.m. on January 15th. Original path was in the private encrypted album you thought was safe. Want me to pull the manufacturer's server authentication records too? She stared at me, lips trembling. You were spying on me? You actually spied on me? She stood up, chair scraping harshly across the floor. How did you get this? Did you hack my phone? You're the one who asked me to back it up. Emily, every time. You handed me the evidence yourself. She froze. The half-spread jam on her toast bled red and sticky onto the plate. I could see her mind replaying it all at high speed, every time she handed me her phone. Every time she calmly deleted things. Every moment she thought she was safe. Her cleverness collapsing in slow motion. She grabbed her phone and called Kevin. Put it on speaker. Her fingers were shaking. Kevin, Jack found out. He has some stuff. What stuff? Kevin's voice was instantly alert. Some records, photos and things. Silence for 2 seconds. What photos? We never used the camera. Did you clean everything? I thought I did, but... Listen, Emily, he cut in, voice low and fast. We need to stop all contact. Immediately. Delete everything. I won't keep anything on my end. You never talk to me about anything. Understand? The call ended. The hollow, busy tone filled the kitchen. Emily was still holding the phone. Her shoulders slumped. The man who always praised her for being smart and careful, his first instinct was to cut and run. The zero-risk world she built shattered beyond recognition in 10 minutes. The divorce moved quickly. She tried to argue, but my evidence package had already been submitted through my lawyer. It wasn't an emotional accusation. It was a 200-page technical analysis report. Even the judge could see it clearly. The day she moved out, she stood at the door and looked back at our living room one last time. Suddenly she asked, "If I hadn't asked you to back up my phone that day?" "You always would have," I said, "because you decided I wouldn't understand. That deleting meant disappearing. You trusted your cleverness too much." She left. I formatted the backup hard drive. Not out of forgiveness, I just didn't need it anymore. The real danger was never the chat logs. It was the confidence she had while teaching her lover how to hide. The calm ease when she regularly deleted records. The complete lack of caution in her eyes when she handed me her phone. She thought she was controlling the system, never realizing she had already become a fully logged, undeletable error inside it. And every error, eventually, throws a pop-up.